Good evening. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight on Fox 54 News at 10. I'm Trent Butler. Kimberly Scott is off. Tonight, we are bringing you team coverage of Hurricane Helene as its effects are being felt across the CSRA. Chief Meteorologist Jay Jeffries joins us now with the very latest on quite the strong storm, Jay.
Yes, it is. Of course, analytical to have all that update is coming in because we do have the 10 p.m. advisory. We do now watching. We did have a little break after 7 p.m. all the way up until about 8:30 or so. Now we're starting to see more of these bands building up. Melinda and myself been watching, especially coming off of the coast. What you see, the boxes, those red boxes, that are tornado warnings. Now, just say an hour ago, we had about 8 or 9 of them just lining up off to the coastline. We had one to just expire at 10 p.m. That was going to get in our southeast corner. We were keeping our eye on that, but it's losing all its energy and instability there for you. But we are not over with the chance for severe weather. This is going to be our story going into late tonight, into early tomorrow morning. We should be having an all clear signal coming up at about, say, 8, 9 a.m. for tomorrow. Our entire viewing area is into a tornado watch. This goes until 8 a.m. now. It was supposed to expire at 9 p.m. tonight. They have pushed it to 8 a.m. for tomorrow morning. The red that you see, that is the tropical storm warning that goes into about Saturday. So this is a very powerful storm with our temperatures at the Augusta Regional Airport of 74. Those winds now are picking up slowly but surely. They're out of the east at about 10 miles an hour. Dew point at 72. I'm using the word that Melinda gave me, juicy. It's 72 there for you with the relative humidity 93. Earlier this afternoon, downtown Augusta, it was just a monsoon. It continues. We picked up very close to 9 inches of rainfall here at our studios off of Washington Road. So the hourly forecast, showers 76 at 11, 77 at midnight, 1 a.m. at 77, and more rain and windy conditions at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. Stick with us. Melinda would give you the latest on our hurricane, talk about more of the impact and your weekend forecast. But first, let's get back to our news. Here's Trent.
Jay, thank you. One community already impacted by a storm earlier this year is bracing for this latest round of nasty weather. Fox 54's Tori Smith reports from Bamberg County as they were dealing with a tornado warning Thursday afternoon.
Multiple areas around Bamberg County saw tornado warnings today, and that led to debris scattered across the roadways and even on people's homes. What we're currently looking at is a downed tree that construction crews are currently working to clean up. Tornadoes have been no stranger to Bamberg in 2024. The last one was on January 9th when some buildings in downtown Bamberg were brought to rubble. And today, radar indicated another storm. From what we witnessed, we did see debris on the road, and we also spoke with the sheriff who says they did see some signs of tornadoes, and they're waiting on National Weather Service to come analyze the system and place the damage on the enhanced Vegeta scale. But Miss Paula, the owner of Paula's Family Restaurant, says the community is strong when faced with adversity.
Seems like when we have any kind of disaster, the family, friends, the community, everybody pulls together.
If you need to report any damages from the storm Helene, make sure to report them to your emergency management team. And if it's an emergency, dial 911. Reporting in Bamberg, I'm Tori Smith for Fox 54.
Tori, thank you. Bamberg County, far from the only area to be hit with the effects of Helene. Fox 54's Aria Circus stopped by Jefferson County to tell us how they're dealing with the storm.
The rain from Helene is here and the Rennes Police Department is responding. Chief Manyard says they have extra deputies patrolling the roads to report on any unsafe driving conditions. Jefferson County Emergency Management and Rennes Police Department have been doing everything they can to patrol and alert people to expect flooded roads, fallen trees, and power outages later Thursday evening. Chief Manyard says to avoid any unnecessary travel until the storm is finished.
Don't trivialize this storm. That's the number one thing. We can't compare this to any other ones. This one is different. It's stronger, and we're on a different side than we normally are. So this storm's going to drop a lot of rain that we're already getting, and it's going to be very windy. So I would say that unless you have to, stay home.
Stay with Fox 54 for continued coverage on Helene. Reporting in Jefferson County, Aria Circa for Fox 54.
Fox 54's team coverage of Hurricane Helene continues as the hurricane is making its way into Georgia after it makes landfall in Florida. Columbia County certainly already seen the effects. Fox 54's Lucy Birch is live in Martinez to tell you what she saw earlier today. Lucy.
Yeah, Trent, those outer bands are definitely getting closer because the wind is picking up and the rain is getting a little bit heavier. But earlier we were out in Columbia County and many properties were flooded with water. Columbia County's emergency management agency wasn't expecting this much rain.
I think that anybody thought that we were going to get 6 to 8 inches of rain, that this hasn't even been Helene yet. It's just been the rain, right? You know, people need to make sure to get their stuff in the houses from, out in the yard, bring your pets in, all that. So we don't know what we don't know yet. We're prepared, but oof, it could be a rough night.
We're still under a tornado watch and a flood watch, so stay inside and be safe. If you want to keep up to date with Helene's movements, continue watching Fox 54 on air. Reporting live in Martinez, I'm Lucy Birch for Fox 54.
Lucy, thank you so much. In Columbia County, the gym at Patriots Park will remain open overnight for Columbia County residents who don't feel safe in their homes. The county says plan to get there to the gym, though, before midnight. Due to the threat of severe weather, many schools in this area changing plans for Friday, opting for an e-learning day or closing altogether. The schools listed on your screen will have an e-learning day tomorrow. And in Allendale, officials have also canceled the homecoming festivities, including the game, parade, bonfire, and tailgating, moving them to October 10th and 11th. Now, the schools listed here will be closed Friday. Columbia County, by the way, says high school football games will be played as scheduled. And make sure you visit our website, WFXG.com, for more information on how weather is affecting local events. You can also download the free Fox 54 News app to stay up to date on school closures and other news around the CSRA. And for all things Helene, just visit our website, WFXG.com. Check out the Tracking Helene banner. There we have the hurricane tracker, we have the emergency checklist, and also school closings. Jay?
More news and weather coming up in just a moment. I want to show you our stats for today at the airport. We hit 75. We started off at 73. Our normal high of 85 and 62.
The Fox 54 News app. It's a free download from Google Play or the Apple Store. Download it today. On October 3rd, Fox 54 along with Bailey's Comfort Services are teaming up with the Golden Harvest Food Bank for the It's Spooky to Be Hungry food drive. To reach the goal of providing 1 million meals to local families and individuals in need, we need you. Our target is set to raise $350,000 through combined cash and food donations. Join us Thursday, October 3rd as the Golden Harvest Food Bank, Bailey's Comfort Services, and Fox 54 set the stage to provide 1 million meals to those in need. The Spooky to Be Hungry food drive. Help us to help them.
Augusta Mobility has been serving the mobility needs of the CSRA for over 25 years with new and pre-owned wheelchair vans. Need service or repairs? Augusta Mobility does that too. Augusta Mobility, 3585 Riverwatch Parkway or AugustaMobility.com.
Welcome to Beacon Automotive, your trusted local service center. At Beacon Auto, we take pride in being a veteran-owned and operated business. Visit Beacon Auto today at 475 Lewiston Road in Grovetown, Georgia, and let our team of experts show you the Beacon Automotive difference.
This is important news for people who were implanted with a medication port, also known as a power port, port catheter, or chemo port, and then suffered serious injuries. These implanted medication ports have been known to fracture or migrate. If you or a loved one have been implanted with a medication port and then suffered any of these injuries, call the attorneys at Davis & Crump at the number below to see if you qualify for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
We can't pay this. What are we gonna do?
Someone help us. We need a sign. I said a sign, not a mime. Maybe he could help us. What did we do, Mr. Mime? I know what he's saying. He wants us to dance.
No. He wants us to do our hair.
Oh, what I'm saying is you've been hurt in a car crash. Call George Sink Injury Lawyers. They have offices all across South Carolina, and they'll come to you.
Wait, where's my phone?
Just call all nines.
The Fox 54 Tower Cam Network, brought to you by Brighter Side Roofing.
Good evening, everyone. It's about 9 minutes after the hour. We're going to get right to it because this has been a busy day ever since early this morning with tornado warnings, our tornado watch there being extended. We got a lot of activity to pass along there to you. We have Melinda in the Weather Center. She'll be coming with some updates in just a few minutes. You're going to be surprised of our latest conditions here coming up in our Hurricane Helene. In the meantime, from Milledgeville to Washington to Edgefield, Thompson, Augusta, also in the Barnwell, Banbury, and Allendale, very active, and this is going to be those bands now coming in. Before that was a frontal boundary system and all that other air that was pushing its way to the coast. Now we're really starting to see these bands, and it's going to be very impressive. As a matter of fact, it's going to get worse before it gets better. We're going to go into the middle of the night all the way up into at least about 8 a.m. for tomorrow morning. Out of Allendale and the Waynesboro and the Millen and Sylvania, heavy showers and thunderstorms are continuing. Now we do have the tornado watch, but not the warnings at this present time. I would not be surprised we start seeing some more of those warnings popping up. Edenton, 3.5. These are going to be rainfall totals so far. 7 inches out of McCormick, Washington of 4, Augusta 8 inches, Louisville of 6, over 8.5 here at our studios. Aiken of about 3.1, Allendale very close to 6 inches. So this is a lot of rainfall that has actually fallen. So the futurecast is shaping up like this. We're starting at this hour and take you into the next 48 hours or so. So we advance our maps. Look at the top of your screen. This is 2 a.m. in the morning. This is going to be that cone, the eye of that storm. They're getting much closer to the metro area. Temperatures will be still in those 70s and 80s. There it is, folks. Look at Louisville. This is 4 a.m. This is going to be the rough time or the peak time of this system itself as it passes just to the west of the metro area from McCormick to Saluda back over into the Aiken area. By 8 a.m., we're going to have most of it out of here, but the cloud cover would still stick around. We'll start seeing the breaking of the clouds. I have about 2-3 p.m. sunshine is back. Pretty much warmer temperatures across the metro area, and get ready for area high school football. Now we're going to bring Melinda in, and she's over in the Weather Center right now. And Melinda, you know, you and I have been really watching all this activity, and look like it is nowhere ending right now, correct?
That's right, Jay. Things are just starting to ramp up and get started as far as severe weather here in the CSRA tonight. Let's take a live look at Doppler radar once again, and I have the live Doppler radar zoomed out across the southeast, and you can see where the hurricane is located. And the headlines coming out of the National Hurricane Center as of 10 o'clock say that the eye wall is beginning to move ashore in the Big Bend of Florida, which that matches up with what we are looking at here on the live Doppler radar. But what I also want you to notice here on the Doppler radar is those rain bands coming in off of the Atlantic and circulating into South Carolina. It's all those rain bands that are going to continue to work their way into our area overnight. So our conditions will deteriorate. Now, we had a tornado watch earlier that expired at 9 p.m. Well, now we got another tornado watch, and this tornado watch is in effect until 8 a.m. in the morning. So we are still under the gun here. Of course, for the entire state of South Carolina, the entire state of Georgia on up into North Carolina, we have tropical storm warnings, and with the heavy rainfall that is expected, we're going to see some flood warnings, and some flash flood warnings are also possible as well. So the impacts are going to be some very strong, gusty tropical storm force winds, 30 to 40 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 50 miles per hour. And I was just reading on Facebook from the National Weather Service in Columbia, South Carolina. They're even saying that the CSRA has a potential to see some hurricane-force gusts early in the morning. Now, here is the latest on the storm. It is a Category 4 storm about to make landfall in the Big Bend of Florida. The pressure has been dropping over the past couple hours, and the winds are at 140 miles per hour. Movement is to the north-northeast at 24 miles per hour, and you can see the forecast. The storm will make landfall and then eventually move into central Georgia, still as a hurricane as it approaches Macon, and then eventually as it moves up into the Atlanta metro area. This still puts the CSRA on this dirty side of the storm. So this means we're going to still see those impacts that I was just talking about throughout the early morning hours. And those impacts are going to be some flooded roadways, also some down trees, some down power lines with those strong winds. And those those power outages could be likely as well. As we look at rain totals from across the area, anywhere from 3 to 8 inches. Here at the TV station on Washington Road in Evans, we had just over 8 inches of rain. Live Doppler radar in the metro area just lit up like a Christmas tree, lots of bright colors. This is just the beginning of it, folks. It's going to look like this all night long as this storm continues to make landfall in the Big Bend of Florida. So your forecast for tonight, 72 degrees for a low, windy, heavy rain, flooding, isolated tornadoes are possible. As we head into tomorrow, things look a lot better. High temperature of 81 degrees. We're going to start our day and it'll be a little ugly out there, but then as we head into the afternoon hours, we're going to start to look better. We'll see some peaks of sunshine and those winds will start to calm down, and even better as we look at this 7-day